So in this video we are gonna take another task which will be maybe very simple because it is only about thinking how you can plan for your task. So as you can see, the task says create a function that take an array as an input and loop through that array and show all the items to the console. Very simple. So I'm gonna create a function, so fun. Let's call it how about show names. Here we should give it names as an array of input. Now how you can give it array as an parameter? Okay, to do so we can specify it very ESDCAT type array like so, but this is not done. We need to tell it which type of data that this array will contain. In this case I am gonna go with the string, okay, like so. And of course we need to include the body function like so. So we are creating a function that take array of type string as a parameter with the name of names. Okay, now I want to loop through these names. Okay, so I'm gonna type for using the for name, which is the variable in names like so. What I want you to do, I want you to print ln the name for me. Make sense? So we are looping through the names, okay, using the for and printing any name that we are gonna get dynamically. So here if we jump over to call our function show names like so, and here it's expecting from us an array of items of names. So here on the top I'm gonna create var, let's call it names list, for example, equal to array of like so. Here I'm just gonna give it names, for example Marco. I need to write some names down, okay, and Luli like so. So as you can see we have created our array of names. I'm just gonna pass right here, so name list like so, and indeed we are good to go. So once again we are creating a function that take an array of type string as a parameter, then we are going to loop through that array to show all the items inside it. So make sense? Here we are calling the function with the name or with the list that we want to show here inside our function or inside the console. Let's give it a shot and hit run, and indeed we are getting Marco, Borhan, and all these names. Okay, now a quick recap before we did. You can before we end this video, you can change the type here to say int, but just make sure that here we have numbers, not names. Make sense? So feel free to modify all of this stuff. Now this will be very handy if you want to print really long numbers, because like so. So if I click on run right now, we should be able to see all these numbers very quickly. So now our task has ended. Very easy. It is just a matter of thinking, then do everything step by step. Okay, of course maybe it's require you to a bit do some researching, but on Google, I mean, for example, how to do this, how to do that. Feel free to do whatever you want, but that's my solution. Of course there are hundreds of ways of solving all this stuff. Okay, of course what you can do, for example, you can cut this for and paste it right here. Okay, and instead of giving it names, we can give it names list like so. But I want to show you the organized way of doing stuff. We are getting the same result, okay, like so. But this is not very practical. This is just a repetition. This is really the best way of doing it, which is to take whatever you want to do and put it inside its own function. So if we have, for example, show numbers, I can copy this function, paste it here, and call it show numbers. like so. Okay, and here change it to be numbers, and also here numbers like so, and I'm gonna print number inside everything. So let me just show you that. This is a function that will take an int. So instead of showing names, I can show numbers and show, for example, animals, show anything that I want. Just make sure that you create its own function. Okay, when you are planning to store some feature or to create a new feature for your application, try to put it in its own function. That will keep your code much organized and easy to maintain. Make sense? So that our lesson was very simple. Hopefully that makes sense. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you in the next one.